Hey everyone, Raphael from Roxiva here. I'm going to show you a little bit about working with stands. I get a lot of questions about the different types of stands that are available, and there are a few on the market. This particular one is an old one that I have. It is an old school with this kind of big old ratchet thing on it that they don't make anymore, and honestly, it's not nearly as convenient as the ones that are available today, but for my purposes in this office, it works just fine, so I keep it. What I want to do is I want to show you how to set up the stand for maximum stability. And the key is to always look at the bottom three legs and make sure that they're as wide extended as they can be. This adjustment here allows you to loosen and change that. Now what I want to show you is it goes up and down, and you're going to notice that the stand goes through a point where it actually reaches its maximum width, and that is about the space where this part is flat with the ground, like not touching the ground but parallel to the ground. So we're going to find that spot where it's parallel to the ground, and you're going to notice, and you can measure this if you like, okay, but you're going to notice that there is a point where it becomes its maximum footprint. Now, very important, you always want this leg where the Roxiva is, because the weight is all going to be forward. So when I put the Roxiva on, tighten this up before I put the Roxiva on. When I put the Roxiva on this, okay, we want to make sure that it's going to be stable, all right? If the stands that we're using now have a wider leg structure, so they are going to be more stable. But in the event that you have one like this, it's really important to have that leg right out where the Roxiva is. And when you move the stand, the Roxiva, move the stand with it so that the Roxiva is always, and we'll put it right there as if we're putting it over the table, is always positioned forward. Now, the further out you go with the Roxiva, the more tippy the stand's going to get. So if I go even further out with this, you're going to notice that at some point I can pretty much start to push this over and it's going to go over. So balancing is very important. Now, a lot of these stands do come with counterbalance weights. This one is a weight balancer. Some of them come with bags, and you can fill this up with water bottles or rocks or whatever you want to put in there, and then you just hang it, in this particular case, off this guy, and it creates a counterbalancing to the weight of the Roxiva. But again, it's always going to work best if you've got that one leg in the same orientation as the Roxiva. This is the other type of stand that I use in my office. I use this one because it with the chair rather than the table over there. This one allows me to be able to go up higher. There's an adjustment point here and there's an adjustment point here. So as you can see, I've gone almost as high as the room there. And the reason for that is that I wanted to make this angle really kind of steep so that when someone lies in the chair, and this chair is usually backed up to the hair. So when somebody lies in the chair, they've got the appropriate orientation and angle to be getting the sweet spot of the lamp. This is a much larger stand, as you can tell, and the footprint is larger. And again, we have the same situation where it's a three-legged stand, and the one leg is longer right here. This leg is the one that you want forward all the time. In this particular case, because I've got it so close and narrow, there's not a lot of weight, so I've got that leg a little bit off center from the Roxiva because it fits better into the area where I'm placing the stand. But again, the same thing applies with this stand as all others. You always want that forward leg lined up with the Roxiva so that you have maximum stability. And this one also has the ability to attach weight bags too. I have a small hook here, a little carabiner, that I can attach a weight bag to if I ever need to extend this out more. And then I'll just put the weight bag down here. As long as there's weight somewhere along the structure, it's going to counterbalance the Roxiva, which doesn't weigh a lot, but it can cause an issue. While I'm in here, I'll show you, I have my amplifier for the butt kicker, which is attached to the chair right here, the crossbar of the chair. The butt kicker is its own device. It's more expensive than buying a puck and amplifier, and it doesn't really give better vibration. So this was the first version of this I did before moving to the puck and amplifier version.